Okay, so this is just a quick video going through how to get all your letters in the CAO question. So you can see here I have my C already done. Just bring it a bit closer. So I have my C already done and I have it heavied in. So just for the purpose of the videos, I've made my construction lines slightly heavier, but on your drawings, these will be nice and light. You shouldn't be able to see these after you've gone and heavied all your final finish lines in. So I'm going to do the A with us. I'm going to do the A in this video and then I'm going to leave the O up to E. A couple of things to notice before I keep going. So all of our letters have the same height and have the same bottom. So that tells me that all of our letters are the same height the whole way across. We have the same spacing in between each letter and the border. So you can see there, it goes 15 mil. Then it tells me that the overall width of the C is 60 mil. So C from here to here, 60. Then I have another 15 mil gap between the C and the A. Then the A is also 60, so 20, 40, 60 to there. 15 mil gap, 60 mil, 15 mil gap. So each of your letters is going to be broken down into 320s, and then we just need to break down the heights then as well. So drawing the A in first here, so I'm going to bring my T-square in, grab my set square, and then pencil. So the easiest way I find to do it is you can use it from your center line, but I'm just going to use the drawing and just work from left to right. So I've already done my C. My C is drawn in and finished. So now I'm going to start with my A. So I'm going to try to leave this here just to make sure that you can see it. So first thing I do is measure over 15 mil from my C. And I scribe a line. So you can see there, because I've already marked in the height of my C and where to say from the bottom, so I've come up 15 mil for here, I've come down 15 mil to get this bit here. So now all the rest of my letters are going to sit on this line here, and they're going to go up as far as this line here. So that's the line that I'm going to be working between to get all my letters. So I come over 15 mil, that's going to be this front side of my A, so that's going to be this front side of it here. So now I know that the overall width of it is 60, so I'm just going to measure across 60 mil and draw another line straight down. Okay, so I know that my A is in between these two lines here. So you can see it's in between these two lines here. That's what I have here. Okay, so now I'm going to start going through how am I going to find the rest of it. So if I look here, it comes 15 mil down, which is what we had there. Then it goes 15 mil again, because that is this overall width, or it's the thickness of the top of our letters. So that's that 15 mil. So there's 15, 30, then it comes to 35. And if I just look here where it goes to 35, and I just bring a little line up to it. So 35 goes from this line here up as far as this line here. So I know that the top of my A is going to come down 15 mil. So I'm going to start putting in some of my finish lines now. So I know that this is the top of my A. Okay. Then I know I don't go the whole way across on the inside, because that line there doesn't go the whole way across. So I need to figure out, okay, how wide does this need to be? And we already know what it is. If this is 60, it's broken down into 320s. So I'm just going to break it down into my 320s now again. So here's 20 mil, there's 40 mil, and then from 40 to 60. I'm just going to bring them two lines up nice and light. Okay, so there's them two there. So now it's a lot easier for me to see. I can see exactly where this line is. So it's this line here. Okay, and now I can start filling in the other little bits. You can see here in the drawing again, the top of this A, so if I make it a bit easier by using a set square. So where A stops there, you can see it doesn't line up with C. So don't just assume because C ended up down here, doesn't mean that we can just start drawing straight across. You can see if I line it up there, the bottom of my A, or where I come in to start making the curve of my A essentially, that lines up with the bottom, or the top part of our C, I should say. So I need to find how far down I need to come for this section of my A here. So, okay, so I need to figure out how I'm going to find this section of my A. So I come down 15 mil, which is this gap up here. Then it comes down another 15 mil, which is this section of my letters, the top section. And then I come down 35 mil. So if I add 35 and 15, I get 50 mil. So all I'm doing there then is measuring from the top of my letter down, which is 50 mil, which I have a line drawn here already. So I know that the bottom of my A, or I should say where my A stops to allow the opening, is there. And then we knew that it lined up with our C, so it's here. So you can see the benefit of drawing in all my construction lines rather than just using a point for each one. It's that little bit quicker. So heavy this section here in. I'll heavy the inside. Okay. Then I can come across, I can heavy this whole section down to here, because this is just one continuous straight line the whole way down. That's fine. So that's my outside line, so from here to here is our 60 mil again, remember? And if I take my drawing back, I know this line is finished and this line is finished, so I can add them two in as well. So you can see there now that my A is starting to take a little bit of shape. So if I look back here, I have the center of my A that I need to draw in, and I need to draw in this line that's coming down here. So this one is probably simple enough to do for me, because I'm just connecting it up to my other section. So I'm drawing down as far as there. And now I'm just connecting up from here to my edge. So you can see straight away the benefit of, by me putting in all these lines at the start. So all I did them lines for my part C, but you can see the benefit now. I've already done them for part C. I don't need to redo a lot of them again for A. So I'm just adding in extra information for A instead of having to go back and try and find each point of A. So you can see here, it's easy enough for me to see the little rectangle that we need to draw in, but just to make sure that everyone else knows where it's coming from. So very same thing that I did for coming down to find this section. I'm going to work from the bottom this time though. So we look here, we come up 15 mil, which gives us this section here. Then I come up another 15 mil, which gives us the bottom of our letters, which is here and here. Okay, so I know that that is where my piece is going to start. I know the width of it, so I use my set square here. The width of it goes up here and up here, which tells me that the width is 20 mil. And now I just need to find the height. So I've come up 15, up 15. If I draw across here, if I just line it up, you can see that the bottom of that section of our A, or that rectangle in our A, starts from here. And if I go right up, it ends up at the top there. So that tells me that that is 45 mil in height. So for this section here, and if I just measure this, so from here to here is 45 mil. So all I'm going to do is just start heavying this section in. So all I'm using is a fine liner. You'll just be using a pencil. So if you're still using your 4H pencil, this is where you'd be switching to a HB, or if you only had a 4H or a 2H or H or whatever, you just lean into your pencil that bit more, just so it comes in a bit heavier. Okay, so there's my C, there's my A. Now all I need to do is draw in my O, and you can see I already have a lot of my lines set up for it. All I need to do is just finish it. So I was going to leave it, but I might as well just finish it with you here now, just really quickly. So very same thing that we did for the C. We come over 15 mil from our previous letter. So there's the 15, got my T-square. And then just draw from our top line to our bottom line. And there you can see straight away, so there's my one edge, my O, there's the other edge, my O. Now, The O is a lot simpler because it only has one outer rectangle, one inner rectangle, and then that's pretty much it. So I'm going to draw in the outer rectangle first, just so it's done and dusted. We don't have to worry about doing it again then. So the outer rectangle is from there to there, up to the top. There. So making sure you're keeping your T-square nice and pulled in against the desk. Set square nice and tight to it. Straight up. And I'm just gonna put a bit more space over this side, so I'm just gonna turn it. So you can see there, same principles. I'm keeping my set square nice and tight to my T-square. I'm just drawing straight down. Okay, so now I don't have any lines marked in for my O. I have one of them marked in, so I technically have two. I have the top and the bottom of my O, because that was our next 15 down. So if I had my first 15 from here to here, then I had my next 15. So there's the top of my O is here, and the bottom of my O are that inside rectangle of the O. So now I just need to figure out how wide is it. So if I look at my drawing straight away, I can see up from here, so it's 20 mil wide. So the first thing I'm going to do is divide my 60 up. Okay, so there's 20, there's my 40. So dividing this up. I don't need to go the whole way to the top this time because we're only using this section in here. And then I just have a look at it again, so I can see here's the top, here's the bottom, and then here's the line I'm following. So all I need to do now is just go and heavy that in. Top, flick it down, here's my bottom. Okay, just do that, then I just do top to bottom. And I'll do the same again, just turn it and do top to bottom. Finish that line there as well. So there is our finished CAO monogram. So there's an image of it, so that's what we expected. There's our final image. On your one, you won't be able to see the construction lines, and if you want, you can go at the end now and just quick rubber over them. Because I've done it in fine liner, it's a lot easier for me to rub it out without rubbing out any of my lines. So you can see here, if I can rub that fine liner as much as I want and it's not going to go anywhere. But for you with a pencil, just take it easy with the rubber, because I still need to see we don't want to rub out any of the finish lines. It'll take away from your marks. If your construction lines are that slight bit too heavy, then just go over them with a rubber and it'll take it down a little bit. But in your final image, you should be able to see the letters nearly popping out at you. Okay, thank you.